Welcome to M.A.J's in the house. The place to go to get the news and information you can use, as well as get some information that is utter nonsense, but will bring a smile to your face. Why? Because that's what we do. Ladies and gentlemen, M.A.J.C starts now.
M.A.J.C.
Yeah, hey everybody, how y'all doing? And welcome to another episode of M.A.J.C. We are almost everybody here, but we're gonna take a moment and introduce ourselves, and then we'll, say our part for the ones that's missing.
My name is Malika.
Jennifer.
And I am Chris. Miss April is still, Miss April, I think she's feeling better, but yes. She's in the process. She has to take care of Olivia. Olivia has a couple of things that needs to get better for her before she
hangs out with us.
Yeah, before she hangs out with us. So Miss April is doing the mommy thing, but we always will wish a speedy recovery, Miss Olivia, and hopefully everything get done. And April, you can be back next week.
Yes.
Miss you guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It don't make no sense to waste time. Let's go ahead and get into it. So
You
before
got
I
something
go,
for today?
Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead. I'll start off with the nonsense.
Yes, he's got nonsense.
All right. So yeah. Well, first off, how's everybody doing?
We're good.
Good.
Okay.
It's
Good.
Monday.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yay.
Is that today?
Yes.
Oh my! You just now realized?
No.
Don't you
what?
work out of school?
I do, and I get mixed up between it being the 17th and the 21st. I think the 21st is what, like the first day of spring or something like that.
Yeah.
This year is the 20th on a Thursday.
Okay, so I always get those two mixed up, and nobody was wearing green.
He wasn't paying attention. That's all.
Well, nobody wearing green.
I bet you
they was
They
wearing.
We were
wearing
all in green, rocking it today.
They was wearing a bunch of pink, a bunch of sheer stuff, and
This is high school.
a lot of rolled up shirts. That's what they was wearing.
No, we had no pinching going on. The leprechaun came, left money.
Left tracks in the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
What, he pooped?
No.
No, it was footprint.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hey, Miss Ruby.
How y'all?
We
Ruby
doing
in the
all
house.
right.
Come and hang out with us. April's not here.
What's my way?
No, it's Olivia. She's still not well.
So
but
you gonna go ahead and have
she'll
some
be
sit
off.
down?
Yeah, I'm having to sit down.
You need a drink?
Right. Yes.
This is my drink.
All right.
She worked out for it real hard.
Already worked out.
Yeah, you earned it, huh?
Did.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and start this thing off. So I gotta
You
tell.
haven't started yet, huh?
No, not yet.
We just
But
started.
I might as well go ahead and tell y'all how my morning started. So I get dressed, get ready to go to work. I put my glasses on my necklace, and I had them hanging down in front of me. And I feel the weight of my glasses, but it's like a little weird. But I'm just like, it's just way a little heavy. I don't know. So I get in the car, and I heard something say, "Eek." And I'm like,
Oh.
what is that? So, like I said, you see, I got on all black. So, like I said, so I didn't think too much of it. But then I start feeling this, like something is climbing up me. And
I'm pulling over. I'm dying.
I didn't even start driving.
Is it a kitten?
I
Is it a kitten?
looked down. It was a bat.
Oh, a baby bat?
It was a pipe. I forgot the name of it, but it was cute though. But it's like,
I say no.
Did you get a picture?
I didn't get a picture of it because I had to go. But the thing about it was that when I
You
looked
didn't
down,
carry it with you on the ride?
No, it
I
wasn't
didn't.
like the turtles that he would pick
It's-
up on the side of the road.
It was a bat, and it's like I said, it was on me. And I was looking in my mind. I was like, mountain lion bat. But I didn't think too much. But I knew if I panicked, it probably would have went all kind of ways. So I looked at him, and he was just looking at me. So I took a deep breath, and I made sure to stay away from his mouth. I don't know why. I just figured rabies or something.
Yes,
like
because
So,
he's not a pet right now.
So, but I think now that I think about it, I believe he belongs to somebody.
Well, he's gone now.
Well, because I take my thumb, I go up under him, and I pull him off. Of course, he's pulling my shirt, and I hold him up up in front of me, and he's just looking, and I'm like, So I took him outside. I mean, I got out the car and I just sat him on a tree.
Yeah.
And just left him there. So
Now he's far away from home.
yeah.
With
So
your scent. No, I'm just kidding.
I looked it up. I looked
He's
it up
dead.
to see what it was. It is a what kind of bat I said it
I
was?
didn't. You just showed me a picture. He said it
Oh,
looked
I'm
just
sorry.
like that.
It is it's called a common. I ain't got my glasses on. It's called a common pipistrelle bat.
I'm gonna say it.
She says you can't
Okay.
read.
That's what it is.
Read it. Yeah, you did. It was pretty good, but say it with confidence.
Common pipistrelle.
Common pipistrelle.
It's a common pipistrelle bat.
We'll put it in pronunciation.
So I
And what kind of bat is that?
What does he eat?
well apparently a lot of people keep them as pets,
Okay.
and it's like
All right, here we go.
it's gonna say it.
Maybe.
Is
I don't
your
know.
volume
this is your
up?
phone, so
Oh.
I don't know. Play it for
Hold
me.
on, let me turn the volume. up.
Pipistrelle. It's common.
You just
It's
keep-
brown. Looks like a bat.
Yeah. No.
But how did he get on you, Chris?
Oh, a pipistrelle is it's another word for bat.
Bat.
I did
Found
that.
a common bat.
I found a common bat. But that's what it was. And what was crazy was that I got it off me. I sat him up there on the tree, and it was looking back at me. And now it's starting to look cute. Now that I know what it was, and for some reason, that thing has literally been on my mind.
No.
You
you're
too,
not.
baby.
Is this like
Yes,
your
but
spirit
thank you.
animal?
I don't know.
If he's there,
It's
if he's
just
still
that.
there, he gonna go get him.
It's just that.
No.
I don't know what that represents. Because for him to just land on the front of my shirt like that.
What does it mean when a bat
Oh,
lands
I'm
on?
so looking this up. I am good. That is
Let me tell you
exactly
something.
what I'm
if it
googling
means
right
something
now.
bad, I don't want to know. Now, if it means something good, by all means. But I made sure not to harm it. But I could tell it was scared because when I was holding it, I can feel its little heart beating. I don't know if that's just how fast it is or if it was scared. But all I know is I put him up there. But that squeak though. Hearing the bat squeak on TV is the vibe of it is different from hearing it in person. Cause you hear that behind it, and it's a little creepy mountain lion moment again. but
No.
yeah, that's how my morning started with a bat on me. And
I'm in panic mode. Like I would not.
I've been
You
out of
know
whack.
what? You know I froze.
All right, are you ready?
Oh Lord, yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So here's your symbolism.
Uh-oh.
When a bat appears in your life, it might suggest that you're being encouraged to move beyond fear and embrace the unknown.
Huh.
Bats can be seen as a reminder that new opportunities or transitions are approaching, but they may come in forms that aren't immediately clear. Present bat can symbolize transformation and the need to let go of old habits or patterns. Now, was it upright or upside down?
It was
Was
upright.
looking up. Yeah. Cause it's
Okay, because if it was upside down, it might mean that you need to look at things from a different perspective.
No, he was upward. Cause he looked dead at me.
In spiritual practices, the bat is seen as a symbol of death and rebirth.
Didn't I tell you I did want to hear that? Well, you know what? It depends on
Yeah,
how you look
rebirth,
at that.
something you gotta let go of something.
Well.
and something new.
Something that bats can represent facing your fears.
Well,
What are you fearing right now? What do we got to work through, Chris? We're here for you.
me starting this business. Me starting this business. That's the only thing I can think of that could be talking about because I'm afraid that everything that I'm doing to make this thing take off is, in a lot of ways, I feel like it's beyond me. But and it'd be times that I'm fearful of, because right now I'm working on the business plan, and a lot of times I'm very fearful of working on it because I get to certain points to where it's like, I do not know this. I can research it, but I just don't know it. So I think that's what that's telling me. I mean, I think that would probably be my new my new beginning, is to go into an area where I'm gonna be a businessman, but for like I'm jumping into it in a large fashion. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
So, thank you back. That's
Wow.
probably why it was on my mind all day. I was like, I was worried
Would be
about
on your
it.
mind all day.
Now you
Bad
saying
on
Batman makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't see it.
Utility belt.
She said she don't see it, Chris.
Well, it don't.
You don't do the Batman voice. I mean, you know.
I don't. I'm afraid my voice gonna get hoarse if I do that. All right. Well, let me ask y'all. So there's this new thing that's being said for women,
What?
saying that women are dating down.
Possibly. Yeah.
Well, if the dating pool isn't up,
I
what
just
do you
talked to
think
a coworker this afternoon, and she's
what do you
like,
think? Well, there's available. We gotta date down because there's
Well,
nothing up.
let me tell you what a lady said. It was one lady who was, I think she's like an anchor lady or something like that. And this is what she said, what she means. She says that women are getting more education and putting themselves in a position to make more money and are holding out for a man who is on their level or above it. But since that's a challenge in itself, they are lowering their expectations of a man and settling.
Yeah, 100%.
yeah. My coworker was like, she's like, I just
Was
give
that a
up on
question or a
love.
statement? I felt like that was more of a statement.
I wanted to know what you ladies' opinion about that whole thing about women saying they're dating down.
So my experience with that has not been very well. So I've always dated down.
Really?
So why haven't you ever dated up?
They hard to find.
They are hard to find. And mine were mostly like, here's my justification. That they were like in a transition period. You know, they were between jobs or they just came back from college and were living at home until they, you know, they had just got. So like mine were all like in transition periods. And I was already stable. Mistake number one. Okay, so, but in all instances, the minute that they got a little bit better, well, not one instant, but when they got better or they got better jobs and I stuck around and I supported them and I paid for the shit and I did all that crap, the minute they got more money, they freaking left.
Yeah.
Like, they're like, oh, I can do better. I got her. I can do better. Well, you know what? They didn't, but,
So, I'm asking everybody. So, what kind of man would be that you would have in your life that is considered dating up?
I mean, I guess money. He'd have to make more than me. His stuff, I guess, would be better than mine.
His stuff.
Like his house, his cars.
So he's already established.
Yeah.
Okay, so
For me, it's gonna be hard for somebody to beat me. Like I've been around a while, so I mean, I got a pretty good foundation.
So to be dating up for you is more of a materialistic thing in money and financial.
No, I mean I would like some emotional maturity. That would be
I had to say something to get that out.
No, but I mean when you say dating up for a man, I mean that's what everybody goes to.
That's the first, and then it's like going deeper.
Because I've done it both ways. I mean I've dated up.
What?
I've dated up or dated down financially, but had the emotional maturity, still left.
Yeah.
Did the opposite,
And still
got
was
the
like,
money, still left. So, you know, whatever.
Okay. Miss Ruby, what about you?
They have to be established. Like in their job, they've been there for a while, especially at my age.
You ain't old, Miss Ruby. You're just
But
mature.
And know how to handle funds. Because some of them don't know how to handle money or take care of it.
Yeah.
They just blow it. Get in their pocket, it's gone.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Mine's got to have its own life.
Yeah. What's yours, baby? Watch your mouth. Hold on. Be careful what you say, because I'm right here. Now you can speak.
no. Well, I mean, I feel like we're good. But if we wasn't in a relationship, it would be, where we are right now. So somebody that's doing better, but then can have a conversation and we can connect on a deeper level.
Even during the debates.
even during the debates, those are the best times. Like, you can handle yourself and then step back and be like, you can calm down now.
All right. So I think for me, and I can only speak for me. I can't speak for men in general. For me to consider, which is you're giving me exactly what I wanted. But prior to you, it would have been, somebody who I feel like I can just be myself around, no matter what situation that I'm in, whether I have money, I don't have money, if I'm not in a good mood, if I'm in a good mood, if we're going out of town, painting the town red, or we just at home, just watching TV or whatever. We are always the same.
Just give it. Thanks.
There you go. The impression that I give my woman is the same regardless to the situations or predicaments or whatever I'm in. It doesn't matter, because she is there for me, not for what I can do for or what I can or what we do. I mean, it's all the things that matter. And it's crazy that it took me to be with you to get it.
Oh, wow.
Like all the females, well, I ain't gonna say that because I ain't have a lot, but the females before you, it was always a more of a dating down situation, because the very things that were important to me, and it has never been money or anything like that, they never provided. They never could give me. They never could give me that flexibility of bending over. They couldn't display that level of flexibility that I would display for them, as far as bending over backwards to do things to make them happy. And it was just crazy. Like, I've had one where she thought that if I'm having an issue, the only thing it can be resolved through is sex. And that don't work all the time, because when you ain't in the mood, you ain't in the mood. So all that other stuff. I heard you, Jennifer.
I heard it.
But so it's just those things right there. So all right, so I like I said, I was a little kind of curious about everybody on that, because when that woman made that statement, it was like, man. So, and then because the guy had responded, he said, well, if that's the case, then men have been dating down for the longest. Well, the reason why he said that is because men are considered the provider in a household. And if he's doing that and taking care of the woman as opposed to the woman taking care of him, isn't that almost the same?
But then a lot of times men can't handle the woman making more money to him than him.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Hello.
More women who are independent and that can finance for themselves, normally those are the ones that are single.
Yep.
Most of the time. You have more single, I don't need a man financially type of woman out there that's single, as opposed to a woman that's like, hey, I need a man to help me and take care of my bills. And it seems like those are the ones that always seem to get somebody, because a guy likes to feel needed.
So what about the women that, they may need that guy in the beginning, but then maybe they come into some money, or maybe they got a job that's making more than him, or he just decides to quit and do nothing. And he's sitting at the house waiting for her to do everything.
So he went from a provider to a, what's the word?
Yeah.
To a
Scrub.
freeloader?
Scrub.
It's real. We gotta get you no scrub. So from a provider to a freeloader almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a good look, because being able, if you're providing for your woman or you're providing for whomever, and you stop doing that simply because you want to, that makes you look like a scrub. I mean, it's like, wow, you was taking care of me, now you're not,
because I got something going on.
Yeah. But
Now, look, I've been like the caretaker, mom, whatever, and provider, and done all that, and then stopped doing it. But I was, because I was drained.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, there's reasons why people, who do it and stop. I mean, like I was drained.
So they're not putting nothing back into you.
No,
Yeah.
they take, and they don't give. Or they don't give in the way that you need.
Yeah.
But then how do you know? I mean, I guess that's where the communication comes in.
Yes.
But when they're just taking and doing nothing, and I mean, it didn't. Now we're flip flopped. Now that person is not doing what they're supposed to do.
And I mean, sometimes relationships will be that way. You know, that's what it is. Like sometimes I'll give 80 because that's what I have, and you'll give 20. That's what you have.
Yeah.
And if I have 70, I'll give it, and you have 70, you'll give it.
Yeah.
But some days, you know.
But then
and
that's the
some-
communication.
And some, especially with COVID and layoffs and stuff, you know, some people did get laid off, and it happens.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just a season.
Yeah,
it.
that makes a difference versus being laid
Right.
off and you're
Right.
trying the best way you can.
But
That-
if you're laid off and you're not actively trying,
yeah, you're just sitting at
you
home.
know, that's another thing that you're gonna maybe need professional help for, or you
Yes.
know, that's not something I think our podcast could solve.
So I guess you're saying that there's a difference between being laid off and just quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah. And expecting the person to take care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're not even
Without a
looking for job.
conversation, like you're gonna now be the, you know,
The
stay-at-home
everything.
person.
I mean, even if y'all come to that, like, okay, right now you can be the stay-at-home person, but if you're not doing the stay-at-home stuff and dishes are piled up,
Yeah.
you ain't cooking none of that.
Right, right. And you know, that's a hard thing because guys want the stay-at-home wife, but they also want her to work.
Yeah.
And it's like, you want the stay-at-home wife, but the stay-at-home benefits.
Yeah.
Honey, I'm going to work, and my ass is making more than you, so
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking.
Can't do it all the time. Just like
And I'm
every
not
special.
making you wear a maid outfit and serve me. Like,
Yeah.
no, come on.
Dude in the maid out.
It's not right. But
No.
they do. They do. They feel that way.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
I'm
can
working
agree.
too.
I can see that being okay. Well, it's the same way. Kind of where I want to go.
But I mean, okay, so I want to ask you as a man. You and your lady are together. She's making more than you. Do you feel like you now need to be the domestic goddess since she's bringing home the bacon?
No.
Do you feel like she's the domestic goddess though?
No, well, she's always going to be the goddess because
Right,
she's.
but I'm just saying.
It doesn't have to be domestic all the time.
Well, I mean, now the thing about it is that now for me, if we was in a position where she was making all the money, and you know, and I was the stay at home.
You're not staying at home, you're working.
Okay, but if she's the one that's making more than me,
She's making more than you, you're both working. Who's doing all the chores?
we are. It's not a only one person doing it.
Right.
It's we are. We're doing it.
That's
I mean,
the right
so
answer.
well, yeah. I mean, I can't. I mean, because if we're both working equally hard, you know, regardless of who makes more, we're still going out there putting 8-9 hours out there. So I can't, you know, expect her to just come home and be like, why you ain't cook dinner? Because
Okay.
she can say, why you ain't cook dinner?
So you're making significantly more than she does, but she still goes to work every day but doesn't make much. Do you expect her to still... Are you still splitting it all? Or do you expect her to do more because she's not bringing it much to the table? She's not bringing that monetary to the
Well,
table.
Miss Ruby's in here, so.
Well,
Stop.
yeah, stop. I think it depends on y'all talking about this and negotiating.
Yes.
Because depending on if y'all work different shifts, that's a possibility.
Well, what I was talking about was not about stuff like that.
No, I'm just curious from a male view though. Does it change it?
No. Because,
Because some males it does.
nah, not for me. I mean, because I'm not.
I'm a work and he's gonna work and
We actually talked about that, like the business thing that I'm trying to start. I even asked her. I said, "Baby, if I get once I start this business and I get it off the ground, I'm making way more money than we've ever have. Would you still be working?" And she said yes.
yes.
And she said that the reason why she works because she feels like what she does is her calling,
Right.
and she enjoys what she does. So so it ain't even about the money now. It's about what she does that makes her feel good. So I'm not gonna take that away from her. And then I've seen how she be when she is at home. She's bored out of her mind. So she's gonna do something regardless.
Okay. So you're making way more money. Your business is off.
Yep.
She doesn't have to work. She chooses to work. You have a business. You're working a lot of hours. But she's still working. It's a draining job. Trust me. You're working 12 hours. Are you expecting her to do the chores?
No, because she's still working.
Okay.
And let's be real about something. If I am making that kind of money, we getting a maid. We gonna get a maid because I know I with what she does. I mean, and she's and my babe's tough because she'll do what she does and come home and clean anyway. But if we're living in a totally different type of environment and the house is bigger and all this other stuff, I don't expect her to come home and try to clean the house. I might have to sit you down to try to prevent you, to try to stop you from doing it.
Come over and help me clean my house.
But yeah, we would get like a maid because we are in a position where we can afford it. So, and that gives her a chance to come home and relax. I get a chance to come home and relax, and we're helping. We provided some people with a job.
That's not how you get rich. So don't you know all rich people are penny pinchers?
Well, yeah, but being rich for me is.
I know. I get made too. Like I'm enjoying it, but I'm just saying, like, how the rich get richer is they pinch those pennies.
But you know what? I never, even with what I'm trying to do, I never wanted to do this to get rich. It was never. Don't get me wrong. I want the money to be able to take care of, whatever.
It would be nice to be recognized for your hard work.
They can tell you. I could have $30 to my name, and on Mondays I gotta go get them something to eat. They don't ask me. It's just like I feel. What you say, Miss Ruby? That's right. Miss Ruby make me get her something to eat every Monday after the podcast. I gotta go and get her something to eat. Make me like, oh.
Do I need to stop picking up food before the podcast?
No, see,
No, I like it after.
Do I need to be added to the dinner list?
Oh, look, you must have heard me say.
What? I didn't know we were having dinner every night together every Monday.
Look,
Hold on.
and I also even think about this.
They were kicking me out. They're like, see you next week. Get out. It's time for Chris to go get everybody their steak dinners.
See, it has to brew up because everybody leave. It's quiet for 5 minutes, and then baby said, "I'm hungry." So that's kind of
his fault for opening his mouth, isn't it? All right, what we having tonight? No, I'm just kidding. I already ate.
Oh, and normally it's something close by. It ain't never like a steak dinner.
No.
It's always something like a
Zaxby's.
Taco Bell or something like that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Now,
Sorry,
I got a question.
Miss Ruby got a question.
No, with the situation here about the men and women, what is going on with these men?
Which
Why
man?
The men that don't want to
It's like I said, it's hard to find one. Even just know somebody to have a good conversation with and stuff.
Well,
They seem scared.
Is it because of the way they've been raised or what?
It could be a lot of things. I think you're talking about like as far as conversation is concerned.
Conversation, working.
Well,
Working.
men don't like to talk about conversations if they are not somewhat involved in it. Like we will listen to what a woman has to say if it's talking about her. Like if we're talking about we ask the question, "How was your day?" Mm-hmm. So we expect you to tell us about your day, but not to hog the whole conversation like that.
But are they really listening?
Well, if it's interesting, yes. If it's interesting, it is.
Yeah, you'd be like, Thursday I go dentist. You'd be like, next Tuesday I'm getting my hair done. And then they're like, where the hell were you Thursday? Where are you at? Why aren't you booked?
But that ain't an interesting conversation to talk about getting your hair done.
But you tell me that shit, I'm gonna remember.
You gonna remember, but it ain't interesting. We
but
don't know.
I'm gonna remember because I care.
Well, yeah, but it ain't like it's not like one of those things that where it's like, ooh, let's have a full conversation about me getting my hair done and going to the dentist. We don't want. You
but
tell us.
But because it matters to me.
It does, man, and we listen.
Letting him
But
know
we
what she
don't
gonna
comprehend.
We listen.
We listen,
just,
but we don't comprehend.
We listen,
That's
but-
what needs to be our new thing. We listen, but we don't
we will,
comprehend.
we will listen, but we might just say,
We
that's
listen,
something
but we
else.
don't take it in.
I mean, come on now. Getting your hair done, how interesting is that to you?
I want you to notice.
We notice it. We say your hair is
Not
pretty.
always.
Well, it depends on how you get if you get your hair did the same way all the time, I mean, you know, that might not.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, don't ask if you ain't gonna listen.
Well, when I say how was your day, yeah, I mean, if I'm asking, you're supposed to tell me, regardless of what it is. But if I already know what it is,
but you're just asking to ask.
well, we're asking because it's what we're supposed to do. We're
Right.
supposed to ask you how was your day.
Don't ask me if you don't give a shit. Because I'm not asking you if I don't care.
Well, I mean, that's all. It's all a give and take in a relationship. For some guys,
But
they
I'm
are
just saying,
interested.
you're like, yeah, we ask it. We don't always, like, we
Depends
listen.
on the guy.
I'm like, we listen, but we don't comprehend.
It depends
Sometimes.
on the guy. Some guy,
But
especially
for him, it's like somehow we'll get into a debate, so he's listening.
See, that's how we work. All right. Well, listen, we are now at that halfway point. So, Miss Malika, what you got for us?
Yes, random facts for Women's Month.
It's now time for your head to explode from the new knowledge with Malika's random facts. More?
Yeah, it's Women's Month.
Oh my
I'm
God,
sorry.
why you gotta say it like that? What's wrong with facts about
I
women?
just
you know,
thought
Chris, you better watch it.
Really? Yeah. We might take up a whole nother month.
I'm,
You keep talking.
I'm used to being the only guy here.
Facts for a year
I
on
take
women.
I take
On
the risk.
women. So in 1869, Wyoming Territory was the first place to give women the right to vote. Had no idea.
Where?
In Wyoming.
Wyoming. Probably because there's no women there because nobody lived there.
Is that a state?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't hear too much about it.
No.
And yes, this one most people probably know, some people might not. Women couldn't get their own credit card until 1974 when the Equal Credit Opportunity Act, formerly known as Title VII of the Consumer Credit Protection Act, was finally passed by Congress. That is ridiculous.
I wonder if
And they had to have like a male
Yes.
co-sign on it.
Husband,
Yes.
Somebody had to co-sign it that was a male.
were women working like that
Yes.
back then?
Women were working. But you had to have your husband
Dude,
or
we
your
just
dad.
got you through 2 wars. What do you think? Women working.
No, I'm just saying, like, could you know, were women like working, making the kind of money men were during that time?
Women have never made the kind of money, the
No.
kind of money men have.
No, we
Look,
still don't. So what are
No, but yes, women were working.
I am closing that dark door. Keep it going.
Women were working in the 70s.
Yes, Jane Addams was known as a pioneer social worker in America. She founded the Hull House, organized the Women's Peace Party and the International Congress of Women, and received the Nobel Peace Prize.
What kind of house?
Hull House.
Oh, okay.
So yes,
I'm
so that
sorry.
is where Nyla is a social worker, and she had her first day of internship, and she said they spoke to a lady about her family, and she said she had to hold back the tears.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, it
You
was-
know what? This internship that Chip is dealing with, it's gonna
social worker,
build.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna build her up to deal with the strength. I mean, it's gonna give her the strength to be able to deal with that type of stuff because it's gonna become common.
So Claire Barton was a nurse during the Civil War, known as the Angel of the Battlefield,
Yeah,
who founded the American Red Cross.
yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah, had no idea. See, I'm learning stuff.
I don't know. She was a badass. She took like the wagon out during the battles and would load them in.
Was she the one that put the pads on there?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, because that's before
Yeah.
they gave them to us for
Yeah.
our menstrual cycles. They gave them to the people in the war.
I was going there, but some told me don't.
Sonia Samata-Mayer.
Sotomayor.
Yeah, I guess so. Yes, thank you. became the first Latina Supreme Court justice in 2009. Took a long time.
No, I'm proud of that.
And one last one, Gertrude Edler
I always thought it was a funny name.
was the first woman to swim across the English Channel in 1926. Wow. Wow. Like, wow. Why would I have the urge to do that?
Because.
Did some man do that and we're just trying to beat it?
Yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole purpose of the woman on doing the arm thing is to say that we can do whatever men can. We can hit the bombs and make sure they don't blow up.
I can do anything.
They didn't say hit the bombs. They were the ones that were making the bombs.
Better than you. Yes, I can.
All
Yeah,
right.
but they had to work the factories back then while the men was.
We got to play the
Yeah.
baseball.
Yeah, do all the stuff
We
that
got to
we
do
wouldn't
all
let
the
us
stuff.
do.
Then y'all came back and we're like, quit
Okay.
playing with our toys. Y'all are better than us. It makes us less
And
fun.
then they got rid of the women league.
Do y'all think they should have a women's football team? I'm pretty sure some out there, but do you think they should have it like a professional one?
I think they should dress a little bit more. Because every time I see the women league, like, why they got bathing
I
suits
know,
on?
they just like sexualize it so
And
much.
to be honest with you, they really shouldn't do that. I mean, and
That's about like with the female wrestlers. Their outfits are really skimpy too.
Yeah,
yeah,
Volleyball.
Yeah. yeah. Why is it short shorts?
I don't know. All I know is that if we go back to the football thing, because I don't know about the other one. If we go back to the football thing, those women, they are too muscular to be having those kind of stuff on because it's not sexy. I mean,
Right.
it's not sexy.
It doesn't even matter.
Okay.
It doesn't. That's not a thing.
Personally, do I want to watch it? No. Do I like men's football? Yes. Is it a sexist thing? Not really. I don't know. I just don't want to watch it. Now,
That's because we're
do
not
I
accustomed
think
to
that
it.
it should be offered? Yes. I mean, should there be a women's football team? Yeah. Like, if they want to play it, let them play it.
yeah.
But I mean, maybe the boys' football team can fund the women's football team because I mean, there's a ton of money there.
Yeah.
It takes a while for them to build that up like they're doing with the
But I mean, just-
WNBA. It
Yeah.
takes them.
they
Even
are
though,
finally
like-
starting to take off.
Yeah,
nobody's
making
really
money.
gonna watch it. Like, if they want to play it, like, at least have some like rec leagues or, you know, because we really don't have like rec leagues for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we need more rec leagues for adults. Like there are some, and you can play, but we need more rec. I think leagues for adults to gather and play sports together again.
Yeah.
Only thing I see is what the baseball.
Or the
Church.
basketball.
There's a
Soccer.
church. They do
women?
basketball,
Oh no, not for women.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
softball,
Yeah.
like.
So,
But I
That's
mean,
it.
yeah,
but it needs to be for
recreational
men
league.
and women. You
Yeah.
know, like we need that back.
Well, what do y'all think about men and women playing together?
And it,
On the
I
same
think that
team.
just
Oh,
I don't agree
like
with
a
it.
like a co-op
like
type.
I
Yeah.
played in a co-op kickball league, and I loved it. Like that's the only dang reason I was able to play and win. I mean, it was great. I pickleball,
feel like,
yeah. No, I don't want to play that in boxing. Like you know, certain sports. No, I would not want to
Like
be.
football.
But,
I
no,
would
I don't want
do
to do
it.
foot.
I would go for it.
No,
Football.
no, 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 no. No. I'm not doing football. I'm not doing soccer.
But that's just, you
But
know,
I can't run, so.
I don't like running.
I don't think I. Can
But I
do
would
it.
go for it. Like I would be like, I'm gonna try it.
But like mixed
Nope.
doubles tennis, no problem.
I'd be losing my mind if somebody was attacking me. Like, he missed to touch her.
Nugget.
And they be hitting out there. Okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, those football
But I guess
players,
it's just, you know, when I was thinking about, I think I was messing with Chris and I had him in a headlock and I was like, you know, my daddy had
Y'all
me-
hear that?
Was that
right?
that time he was
Did you hear
crying?
that?
Was that when he was crying? that
No, maybe,
That's
but did y'all hear
different.
that? I
Had
said,
you in a headlock?
I'm just saying, I had Chris in the headlock. Go ahead.
Kinky. Okay, next. All right. Was this the night of the gel? No, I'm just kidding.
But I'm just saying that just reminded me of how my dad would play with me and put me in the headlock till I was almost in tears.
Like me.
No, I wrestled all my brother's friends and I beat them, and they're 4 years older. I'm like, I was scrappy.
Yeah, they used to like to do that. Her and Lynn.
Yeah, Mary would cry in a heartbeat.
We wrestled all the time.
Yeah. So it was just like that was a thing. So it's like,
That's what
oh,
made her tough.
We're
Damn
getting a free
tough.
concert too.
And then, of course, Mama said my dad's forearmed me as a baby.
Yes.
Across the bed.
I'm sorry.
Yes. As a baby. She goes flying across the
Is
bed.
that answering a lot of
and
questions
She's giggling and
about
laughing.
why she likes a little roughy rough.
So that's what made her tough.
Yeah.
They like wrestling.
I can't-
She's
I
like,
can't-
throw me around. He's like, I don't want to throw you into the wall. She's like, my dad's slinging me across the bed with his forearm. It's cool. Choke me.
The forearm thing, that's new to me.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you getting close on.
Yeah. And
I
she
didn't know.
would just laugh and giggle. Okay.
Just fly today.
Yeah. Yeah, she laughed and giggled. They did that a lot.
You just got crap beat out of me.
He beat the crap out of me and I took it. Yeah, it was fun.
You never
No,
said
okay.
she was bright. Now, did you? We never said that. No, I'm just kidding.
No, couldn't
I
be
have my
that.
moments.
All right. Well, all right. Well, y'all look. So that was it for random
Yes.
fact news? All right. Thank you so much, man. All right. Now it's time to get into some ridiculous stuff.
Okay.
Only the way I could bring it. All right. So, how many things I got here? Okay, good. All right. So, we're going to go around the room. No, it ain't gonna work, but we're going to try it anyway. So, you and your guy have been talking for a little bit and now comfortable enough to be around each other's friends. Your best friend, who's more like a sister to you, you've been knowing each other for years and have been through all the ups and downs you can think of. All right, she invites you and your man to a party that she's having. All right, you're having a good time, you're dancing, you're drinking, you're mingling with other people, and just having a blast. You go home, you and your man go home, and your girl calls you like 30 minutes later after you get there, and she wants to make sure you got home safe. Well, hold on, let me say that again. So she calls you. She wanted to make sure you got home safe, and to make this point to you, she says, I'm not trying to get into your business, but I want you to watch your man because I think he's low-key gay.
Yeah, okay, what's the question?
How would you respond to her?
It's a shock. So
Why?
Because remember now, so more than likely there were certain things that she saw at the party that made her feel.
Well, I want to know.
All right. I mean, so I can't. I mean, like her.
So she's asking her, what did you see?
What'd you say that made you think he's gay?
Like, let's just say she said
Because
she
your
saw
boyfriend
him.
likes a finger in his butt too. He used to date too. Like, you know.
Now remember that this is your best friend.
Well, I know, but that's how I would know that. So I'm just saying, like, I want to know.
Let's just say she saw him laughing with a dude and he lifts his head up when he laughed. Like
All right. Well, I don't think he's gay. He's obviously going to be bi because he would me too. So, I mean.
Depending on what she saw.
Depending on what she saw, yeah.
And then I'm not going to make final judgment on this because she said it either.
No.
Okay. All
Because
right.
I'm going to be watching.
Okay,
Yes,
let's just
thank
say.
you.
Okay, so let's just say she actually gave you some, somewhat legitimate reasons. Like, she saw how he was talking to some guy or.
Oh, he touched somebody's butt?
Baby,
That's a
baby,
whole
that's
nother-
just horrible. That's just that.
Well, I mean, that's concrete stuff, so I'm just like...
Yeah, but she said he thinks he's low. Not
He was
obviously.
on his knees helping him with his zipper. It
That's
got
obvious
stuck.
gay.
It got stuck.
Oh, the two came out the room.
Miss
together.
Ruby, why you joining in?
And he was wiping his mouth, and the other one was zipping up his pants.
For her
Oh
to
my
say
God.
that, it got to be something.
She said she
solid.
thinks he's low key gay. Hey, I don't coming up with this obvious stuff. He done helped the man with his zipper. He wiping his mouth. Y'all so nasty.
But if he touched
Well,
his
God.
butt, that doesn't mean that it's
Touch
obvious.
his butt.
That he could be, thinking that nobody's paying attention, and y'all in a group together, and his, thinking he's patting him on his back, and it's way lower.
God, I probably thought you low key gay a couple times too. Going, oh, that's low questionable.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, so gave y'all some reasons. Would that affect the way you look at your man now?
I'm watching him, so
Yeah, I'm watching him.
it's gonna be, my behavior might be a little bit different.
Okay. Now, wouldn't that cause a problem? Because now you're different towards him as opposed to how you was with him before the party?
That's if he's paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, so y'all sneaky like that.
Oh, I ain't changing shit, but I'm watching him.
If he's, cause it's like, you know, my vibe. I'm thinking, so it's like, yeah, I'm gonna feel different, but I'm watching. I'm not saying anything. I'm not, not talking to him. It's just that I'm just looking.
Make my final decision.
Okay, so let's take it up one more notch. Would you ask him about it?
Maybe.
The things that your
Maybe.
the things that your friend said that she saw, you may ask him about.
Yes, it's a
Down
maybe.
the road, if I see that something else could be true.
I just want to be like, hey, have you ever been curious about what a dick feels like in your butt? Or ever want to put your dick in a butt or with a guy? Did you ever have any like tummy stick time when you were growing up at like any of your sleepovers? You know, like girls have their experimental time. Not really because I haven't, but I'm just saying, like, did you and your guy friends ever do that? Did you ever rub meat sticks together?
Are you asking me?
Ever done the Slim Jim?
Heck no.
No, I'm just
Wait a
saying.
minute, I'm on the podcast.
So
Hell no.
That's how I'm gonna do that.
Oh my god.
I mean, no judgment. I'm just asking, cause then that's gonna kind of like mold, like,
But it's just funny though because the whole times you've been with him, you haven't seen anything, and then
But
your
sometimes
friend,
we're blinded. Like we're just so focused in on, just getting to know you.
I mean, you think you could tell if I'm a lesbian?
no,
Exactly.
but you know, I mean,
But like, a man be cheating with another woman. You don't think it, you don't know, but he's doing it, and you find out later on down the road.
you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless I think the only way a woman don't know that is that they're just kind of just being naive to the fact. Because if your man is doing certain things for you and all of a sudden it changes, you know, that kind of, I know for women, that raises red flags.
It does.
So easy.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I
mean, it raises red flags, but until you got concrete proof, you just in the dark, in the
true,
limbo.
But that flag ain't going down.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we got problems in though. Like, I mean, I can't compete with a dude. Like, I can't. Like, they can suck dick better. They know how you like, you know, I'm sure I could do it for a girl better because I kind of like know.
Yeah, because you know.
But I know, but like, you know, a dude could do it so much better. And I'm not taking it in my butt. So that's already off the table. So, like, you know, it's
now
just,
we're not in the
we're not
relationship.
even on the same playing field anymore.
That's Miss Jennifer talking.
Why? Did everybody think it was you?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Like,
I'm trying to put that in a singing disclaimer out
but
there.
I'm saying, like, that's a big red flag for me because I can't compete with that.
Yeah.
You can, you just choose not to.
No, you can't.
No, I cannot. No.
I mean, like.
Physically cannot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And mentally.
I physically cannot do it. So, so that's like a red
if
flag.
that's the case, he ain't wrong being in a relationship with me, and he likes both ways and never discussed it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They had something like that on the Craven movie when the dude had on women's perfume.
Women's perfume.
Yeah, Craven walked past. He said, "I like your perfume." To the woman.
Yeah, that was a thing. Like the girlfriend did not know that her man was gay, but Craven is part animal. Smelled the perfume and he thought it was the woman that walked by him. And she's like, "Oh, thank you, but I don't have anything on."
And it was him.
And it was him, and he's like, "No."
All right.
And I was like, "That's horrible."
Yeah, that's horrible. Oh, and by the way, Craven is if Craven is actually a good movie. So if those who didn't see it because of whatever critics say, watch it for yourself. You'll enjoy it. And that guy who plays Craven is the young kid from that movie Kick-Ass. So definitely check it out.
It takes girls' day to a whole different level, or I'm going to hang with the boys. You know,
Yeah.
now you're going, what does that mean?
Yeah.
What's hanging out? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
What are you gonna
you're
do?
going with the girls with the massage parlor? What does that mean? You know,
Yeah.
like if she'd had
Yeah. You
lesbian lovers in the past, you're like, are they all just going to get naked and rub on each other and call that the massage parlor?
Yes,
Maybe.
all the
I don't
negative
know,
thoughts.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, y'all are
Such
killing
a
me.
red flag. All right, do we have a game? Are we playing a game?
Hold on, we are, but I got one more for you.
Okay.
All right, so y'all ain't gonna go around the room and answer this.
No, we're not.
All right, so you and your mate, you have reached a point of your relationship where you wanted to be intimate with each other. All right.
So it's brand new.
Date one.
Well, it's your first. Okay, hold on. Y'all just- so you've reached that point where you want to share that moment with each other. You have never seen each other naked before.
Okay.
All right. You get into the bedroom.
Okay.
The person who you with, they take off their clothes first.
Yeah.
All right. Then you start to take your clothes off, and once you get completely naked, they look at you like they cut away, and then they look at
Okay.
you. So my
Are
question:
they like, oh,
I'm
her
thinking
boobs are
they're,
big?
they're like
I'm trying to-
accessing the left side of their brain.
Well, no, it's like they see you naked, and that's the response that they gave you.
Well, I'm gonna look down and see if the dick's hard. If the dick's hard, we still good to go. Give a shit what your eyeballs are doing.
I'm just saying, because you know, sometimes when you look to the
You
side,
might be
it's all.
cross-eyed for all I care at this point.
I'm pretty sure if he was cross-eyed, you would have known by then. Not when you got naked.
Maybe afterwards, yes. Hey.
I'm just saying, because what you
Depend on
saying
his
is true.
reaction after that. And I don't know. Depend.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but that's his reaction to seeing you naked. It's
Maybe he
just,
doesn't want to just stare.
Yeah.
Well, he was staring at you the whole time, undressed and everything.
But she didn't see that. So now I'm just thinking.
Maybe he's shy because I saw him looking.
Yeah.
He
No
was,
staring. I don't know.
I'm just saying. It's just that, doing that could mean a numerous amount of things.
I'm
You know.
naked. Why do I want to go to negativity world? Like I'm naked. That's the last thing I'm gonna be thinking this.
Now I
Like,
want to put on
I
the
know,
clothes.
but I'm just
shit, we
saying
already
though.
naked. I don't give a hell what you
I'm
think.
just saying,
It's time to perform. Dance, monkey, dance.
But think about it like this: if the guy, if you get naked in front of him, he's making some face like that, as opposed to.
Whatever, he thinking about all the shit he about to do to me. It's time for daddy to make me a sandwich. Let's go.
Make me a sandwich.
Let's go.
Okay. So I think I got to hear about his response on that. Hallelujah. We move on past that. All right. So now let's go ahead and get to the game. The game for this week is Magic Mike MC.
100% questions answered by 95% guesses. That's how it is when you're playing the Magic Mike's MC.
Yeah, that means Chris answers.
Stop it. No, these are facts. Just multiple choice.
Is that what you're calling them? Facts?
Yes, they're facts. Damn it.
Chris facts?
They're not Chris facts. They're facts that Chris came up with. All right.
See? I'm telling you. Questionable.
I just wrote. Anyway. Who wants to go first?
Sure.
All right, baby, here you go. Question number 1. Acacia trees in Africa communicate with each other to protect themselves from hungry animals by doing what?
So there are trees that protect themselves from
You
animals.
just ain't gonna live.
I'm just like,
Yes, these are.
Are these the trees that are in the Wizard of Oz that throw apples at people?
No,
Baby,
they're in
no.
Africa. He just told you.
No, not those trees. And they made them do that to get food, which is crazy. They had to get food. But okay, so is it A, their branches droop down? B, they fart? C, they start dropping leaves all of a sudden? Or D, they start sweating?
They start sweating.
Is it they start sweating? No. All right, Miss Jennifer, you got a chance to.
Drop their leaves.
They drop their leaves?
Drop it
No.
like it's hot. A tree does not fart.
No.
Yeah, that's the answer.
That's what I figured.
I knew it was gonna be it, but I'm like a tree. Okay, I've never. 43 years of this life, I've never heard of a tree farting.
They alert each other by producing a gas toxin called tannin to protect themselves.
And what do they smell and hear that with?
I don't know. But all
What
I know-
part of tree anatomy is that?
I don't know, but you can look it up. I told you the type of tree, the Acacia, Acacia. That's how they do it.
And you called it a what?
It's a tree.
No, hold
Your
on.
pronunciation.
Acacia. Now, moving on. So, Ms. Jennifer, we at you now. All right, number 2. What Mother Teresa had done to her before she passed away? Was she A, crowned a queen? B, honored by world leaders from every continent? C, had an exorcism? Or D, took a picture resembling the Last Supper?
God, I hope it's B.
The world leaders.
So you're honored by the world leaders from
Yeah.
every continent? No.
It's gonna be the last
So
supper.
you got Miss Ruby. Stop. So Miss Ruby, you got crowned the queen, had an exorcism, and took a picture resembling the Last
It
Supper.
gotta be D. I can't.
Is it D, taking a picture resembling the Last Supper? No.
So exorcism.
She had an exorcism. Yeah.
No.
Not that saying that was something wrong, but that's before she passed, that's what she had done. All right. Miss Ruby, thank you for saying, because I was looking dead at you. It's the hair, babe. It makes me smile. All right, Miss Ruby.
Okay.
Number 3. British architect Jack Monroe built a house made of what? A, cow's blood. B, chicken bones.
Nope.
C, elephant shit.
Nope.
Or D, plastic balls.
How old is this man?
I don't
What
know.
year was this?
I don't know.
D.
Man. D, plastic bottles. Is that it? No.
So it's elephant poop.
Is it elephant poop? No.
What were the other choices?
Cow's
bones.
blood and chicken bones.
Chicken bones.
No.
How do you build a house
out of blood.
out of cow's blood? Are you in
He
a
had the
Antarctica?
cow's blood. He mixed it in with something else, and he built a house, and it's that shade of
So
color.
it's not out of cow's blood.
But yes, it is, because it's cow's blood was the main thing in it. It just had other stuff in it to make it to thicken it up.
So yuck.
All
So you
right.
always like cow's blood stained concrete.
That's what it sounds like.
Sounds like a pretty house to me.
No.
No.
Why not smell it?
I mean, I don't know
Yeah,
why it's
smell.
haunted and everybody's died in here with all
Why
this
can't no-
sacrificial blood you're
You
offering.
can't eat hamburgers in this house.
Oh my
And why would you want
gosh.
to do something like that?
I don't know why the mosquitoes always are swarming around here.
All right, baby, you ready?
Yes.
Terrible.
Number 4. Who saved the famous Hollywood sign from falling apart twice?
Okay.
Is
I feel
it
like I should know this.
is it A, Hugh Hefner, B, Jimmy Carter, C, Sylvester Stallone, or D, Steven Tyler?
Not Steven Tyler. I feel like I should know this. What
I
is the
know
first? What's the first one?
Hugh Hefner.
That one.
Is it Hugh Hefner?
Yes.
Yes. He did it twice. Once in the 1970s. I don't know a specific date, but he also did it again in 2010.
Go Hugh.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, Miss Jennifer.
Couldn't give that money to the hungry children. So we don't save a Hollywood sign. Okay. Anyway,
All right, Miss
next.
Jen, here we go.
Ready.
Number 5. What did Peter the Great, who was an emperor of Russia, do when he found out his wife was cheating on him?
Get a Prince Albert.
Is it A, chop the man's head off and had it stay in her room for years? B, made them have sex every 30 minutes for 18 hours a day?
No.
For
C,
how many days?
huh?
How many days?
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah,
get
that
that
ain't
far.
possible.
C, made her give head to every man living in poverty 3 days a week.
No.
Or D, put her on display in the city square and pay over 3,000 men to have their way with her.
Oh.
That sounds like he needs to die.
Any
I'm
one of
hoping it's to kill him and put the head in there
That's
for
the least.
years with her.
So chop the man head off and
I'm
leave him in her room?
praying it's that.
Is that it? Yes.
Thank gosh.
Yeah, because everything else was horrible.
Yeah.
Everything
even
else,
worse.
he needs to die.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No, I
the rest of them
know.
were worse.
Yeah, they are. No, that's how
One,
folks.
I mean, one's taking life, but the
And
other
then
one
you
is
still-
like the
yeah.
trauma of violating
And
your
that-
body.
and your place is smelling.
Yeah, it stink.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all bad.
All right, Ms. Ruby, we back at you. Number 6. Other than looking at your hands, tarot cards, and crystal balls, what was another popular fortune telling method out there? Is it eye blink counting, B, pube hair texture,
Wow.
C, ass reading,
No.
or D, armpit musty smell levels?
Where's the ass reading taking place? I'm just asking where. I've never heard of that service.
Oh, I can't think.
I would like to have my ass read.
To see what
The
life
hair.
is coming.
The pubic
It's been
hair
a
texture?
long, hard road.
The pubic hair texture. Is that the answer? No. All right, baby, what you think?
What was the first one?
The first one was eye blink counting. You have
I said
ass
eye
reading
blink.
and armpit
I'm
musty
pretty
levels.
sure it's gonna be the butt, but I'm gonna say blinking.
Is it the eye blinking? No.
See, I think it's gonna be the armpit thing, but I'm hoping it's the ass reading.
Is it the armpit thing? No.
That's what I figured.
Okay, Google, here I
It's
come.
actually called rumpology.
What's it called?
Rumpology.
All right, I'm booking us a session, everyone. We're gonna find
Rumpology.
rumpologist.
Nobody does
You
that anymore.
only live once.
The only person that I know of who had that done to themselves was Sylvester Stallone's mom.
Why would she want to?
I don't
look at her
know.
butt?
Okay, so it's a someone who claims to be able to read a person's character, personality, and future by examining the shape, lines, and folds of their buttocks.
There you go.
Okay, we need to find this near me. Where's the rumpologist near
All right.
me?
So who we at now? Miss Jennifer?
Yes.
Oh, who we at?
No, you just had me.
Oh, okay, so we at you, baby. All right, you ready? Number 7. Which show display a character's job similar to a phone sex operator? Is it A, Ren and Stimpy, B, Rocco's Modern Life, C, Daria, or D, Futurama?
Rocco.
Rocco's Modern Life?
Yeah.
Is that the answer? Yes. You remember that, huh?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, it was one of those Nickelodeon cartoons that came out around the
Yeah.
time Ren and Stimpy did.
Yeah, I remember it.
What's what say?
I remember that crazy cartoon.
I remember Ren and Lippy.
All
right. Miss Jennifer.
We gotta go to Europe.
We gotta go to Europe to do this.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
You gotta put your phone down, man.
I'm looking for a rumpologist. All
right.
right, I'm ready.
Genophobia is the fear of what?
I know this and I'm gonna mess it up.
Is
Okay.
it A, lamps, B, gray hair, C, raisins, or D, knees?
Genophobia.
G-E-N-U phobia.
Raisins.
Raisins. Is it the fear of raisins? No. All right, Miss Rue, what you think it is? You have lamps, gray hair, and knees.
Gray hair.
Is it the fear of gray hair? No.
I know it's knees.
It is knees.
I had it between those two. I was like, it's either.
Between knees and raisins. It's one of them.
Well, I knew
They
it was
so-
like wrinkly something, and I was like, knees, raisins, or both
Oh my
wrinkly.
God.
I just had
I
knees
did
in my
not.
head.
I would have not put those two together.
No,
Wrinkles, raisins, and knees.
Old knees look like raisins.
Oh my
Yes.
goodness. All right, who we at now?
Me, I can't.
Yes.
Back with
Yeah.
No, she just
Oh,
did
yeah,
a
yeah,
Gino.
All right,
yeah.
all right. Here we go.
I just went.
Yeah.
All right, you,
Wrong.
you,
all right?
hey,
She's
you,
going
you
down.
be quiet on this one, Miss Jennifer.
Oh.
In France, I have my
Parlez-vous
reasons to say
français?
that. In France, Voldemort, which is the main villain in the Harry Potter series,
Yeah, I know
his
nothing.
middle name is what? Is it A, Duncan, B, Voorhees, stop, C, Elvis, or D, Janet?
I have no idea. Janet.
Is it Janet? No. You have Duncan, Voorhees, and Elvis.
Elvis?
Is it Elvis? Yes.
Yeah, just like
Yep.
Lucky guess, huh?
Yeah,
That was a lucky guess. It was a good one.
I gotta go to Jennifer's house to watch all these movies.
Okay.
I can't wait you Tina.
All right, baby. You ready? Last one. In the 1950s, a show called Sam and Friends was the foundation.
Pronunciation. All right. Salmon, like SALMON, Salmon Friends, or
Sam and Friends.
Okay.
Okay,
Salmon
sorry.
Thank you.
Because I was like salmon friend, like fish
Salmon
friends.
Friends.
Okay, sorry.
In the
Okay. I'm
1950s,
ready.
a show called Sam and Friends was
Okay.
the foundation to what famous show? Is it A, The Muppet Show, B, Alvin and the Chipmunks, C, Fat Albert, or D, Looney Tunes? 'Remember, it's the foundation.
1950s. And you said Looney Tunes, Muppets, and what?
Alvin and the Chipmunks and Fat Albert.
Friends. I would have to go with Fat Albert.
Fat Albert. Is it Fat Albert?
What is
No. Miss Jennifer?
Muppets.
It is The Muppet Show. Sam and Friends was actually done by Jim Henson or his wife.
Oh, so it's black and white.
Yeah, it was in the 50s.
Yeah.
All right.
The only reason I know that is our mutual coworker Jennifer Clark is obsessed
With Muppets?
with Kermit the Frog, and
I'm not
the
obsessed. I like
frog.
the Muppets.
I know the frog is like the main thing that's traveled. Like he was like done first.
Yes.
So I don't know. I know Sam and Friends had the frog, but I have no idea what else his friends were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the Friends, but I do remember seeing that documentary.
Okay, so that's the only reason I got that right.
All right. So that concludes the Magic Mike's MC. I have got to get that right. So that concludes everything that I have, ladies. Do anybody got anything else?
No.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, look, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. So, again, April, we hope Olivia gets well soon so you guys can come on back here.
Yes.
But we're going to, so we'll just see when you come back. But, ladies, thank you guys so much for joining in. Miss Ruby, thank you so much for joining in right off
Yay,
off
Miss
work.
Ruby.
All right, Miss Jennifer, you going to find that rumpologist?
You're gonna travel far and wide.
Send a message to Sylvester. Oh,
I'm gonna sign you. If I find it, we're going, man.
All right. Well, again, we're going to go ahead and conclude this
You gonna be
episode.
okay doing that?
They're not looking at your butthole. They're looking at your butt. Like I'm looking at it.
As far as you know.
Like there's like a whole video on it that you can watch, and it's in Britain. And all you do is like one read Kim Kardashian's butt. So this guy there's like a hole in the wall, and he sticks his butt in there, and then they read it by the lumps and the size of your butt cheeks and stuff. So it's not like they're looking at my starfish. But I'm willing if they need to get more in depth to my reading, and I need to go to five specific questions.
Like, does this mean that
Well,
I'm
your
gonna be...
starfish is pointing to the right. That means yes. So, I don't know. Your aura is a little dirty. We suggest a bleaching.
You're like, okay.
Cleanse my aura. Make it a bright white light.
How did they read her? Did she have something done to hers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So her butt's not real.
Yeah.
She's not real. Okay. I am psychic too.
Well played. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. So everybody, y'all say bye.
Bye.
Y'all have a great one.
one.
We truly hope you enjoyed this episode from all of us here on Magic Mike's. If so, please be so kind as to like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date on new episodes. Also spread the word about us to help us grow. Sponsorship is also welcome. Until next time, be safe, stay blessed, and be a good human.